Hello. I know you guys are wondering where I have been. Well, a lot has gone on since the shutdown. I went back to work, I got sick, and drum roll. Was that a drum roll? I don't know. I started a new business. I started a micro bakery. You hear the oven? Got to 350 to start warming everything up that's on the oven. But I started me a micro bakery. The name of it is Two Old Hags. I know you love that name, but Two Old Hags is the name of my bakery that I started here in Sacramento, California. It's going to take a while to get things going. So what I have started to do is testing recipes. Um, I've eaten, look at, I've eaten so much bread, it's crazy. I have made focaccia, maybe about 7 focaccias, about 4 or 5 loaves of bread, and I can say I'm a master of cinnamon rolls, even though I have done it only twice. The first one bombed, totally bombed. I wrote the recipe down wrong, and if you do that, you mess everything up. But the second batch, OMG. I had to get it out the house. I went to see my daughter on New Year's and I gave them to her. You know, my husband was like, we can't have all this bread and sweets. Oh well. So I have a list of people that I am going to have as my guinea pigs. And also I am giving, I had some bread, focaccia bread that I gave to my job. So I told them, you know, during the shutdown, I started me a micro bakery, and they're going to get some of my samples of everything. My husband and I just can't eat it all. So this is the kitchen. I'm going to show you around. Hold on a second. So I already had a KitchenAid. I already had one, so I got me a glass bowl. It's in the other room. And this is the area that I used to do my vase paintings whenever it was bad weather outside. I didn't go inside my studio. And here's the kitchen area. As I said, I'm gonna make me some tea. But I started making starter for sourdough. And look at that! Oh my God! You know, when I hear, I've watched so many YouTube people talk about starter, and they say when you see this, you get excited. I got it. I was like, yeah, right, whatever. I really got excited. So my starter is living. Make me some tea. But here's the dining room area. This is going to be my main bakery area. All of this dining stuff, we had Christmas here. It's going to be gone. I'm going to have 2 long tables here. The chairs, I'm gonna keep the living room stuff, but this dining room area, I'm gonna get rid of it. See who needs a dining room set. And I'm gonna have 2 tables here. I'm gonna have a proofer, a oven, and another oven. So I'm gonna have an oven for making bread. So I'm gonna have stones in that oven. And then my other oven is gonna be like cinnamon rolls, just things that are not gonna be used on the stones. So over here I have some racks for my stuff I have to put them up. As soon as I finish this video, I am going to put those racks up. So those are the racks when I have bread coming out. You have to put your bread on a open rack so that it can, cool off. And I wanted to show you a couple of my designs. Oops, I stepped on that. For my 2 Old Hags 2. So I went and brought the website, 2oldhags.com. So it's 2 Old Hags. And that's one design. Here is the other design. I kind of think I'm going to go with this one. I like this one. And let me see if this is the 3rd design. Yep, this is the 3rd design. Sorry. This is the third design. Oops, let me show it so you don't be turning sideways with the camera. Thelma, y'all know me. So this is the other design. So I kind of like this one because it has the bread on it, but I'm just not going to be doing bread since I will be making cinnamon rolls and some other pastries. Depends on the holidays. I will we'll be, not just making bread. Here is my Banton bowls when I proof, and inside that container I have other things. Here's a proofer that I started off with. It's really slow, so I really don't like it, but I'm gonna keep it and use it whenever. And here are some of my utensils that I've already brought. That's Christmas stuff. Here is parchment paper that I brought. These are the bags for my bread. Yeah, here's the bag for my breads that I'm gonna give. I brought a stamp. Here's a stamp. These are not glasses. This is a stamp. Hold on a second. Let me get it. So that's a stamp that I brought. So I've been doing some price checks on if I want to have my bags, personalized. It was just too much. Or I can just buy a stamp, buy the bag, and use the stamp on there myself. 20 Hacks 2, and there's the website right there. So I have been doing a lot. I've taken a class online. I've got my ServSafe certification, and I passed. Yes, I did. These are some bowls that I brought from Amazon. There's a couple baskets I brought to carry the bread in the back of, because I'm going to have some baguettes as well. And this is a box. What is in this box? Uh-oh, I hate that noise. Oh, I hate that noise, sorry. Oh, that's my glass bowl. So that's my glass bowl. And these are some other things that I brought that I haven't unpacked. But this is what Thelma has been doing. Everything Thelma. I gotta clean this. I gotta order me another one. I like these things because I don't want to have it just on the table. I've been drinking that kombucha. Is it kombucha? Yeah, kombucha. Told you guys I'm gonna lose some weight. What else? That is all that I have been doing, and it is a lot. Believe me, learning baking bread is not as easy as I thought it was. And making cinnamon rolls is just not as easy as I thought it was. It takes patience. And that's one thing that I have learned throughout this whole process is patience. So by the time, let me change it. Oh man, dang it. I gotta stop. Sorry, I turned my camera, my phone the other way, so I'm gonna have to cut and fix that anyway. I've ordered a couple more scales too, one bigger one. As I was talking about, was patience. It's just, with the bread rising, patience. I was getting in there and I was like, oh, they said it has to double. It hasn't doubled. And then I want to put it in the oven and then it doesn't rise right. Patience. Every 30 minutes, folding the bread for the focaccia, to fold it so that you get the bubbles for it to rise, and you're working the gluten. Patience. So that's something that I have, I'm working on, and I can see that it's working on me. So for this New Year's, I think patience is going to be something that I'm going to learn. I thought I had patience. I thought I was the most patient person there was, but until you start this process, waiting for the butter to get soft, waiting for your starter to get right. I made some bread for my daughter. I was like, oh, this is sourdough. No, it wasn't sourdough. It was white bread. But I must say, that bread was really good. When I went over to her house with it, and she made some chowder, and she gave me a piece of it with some olive oil on it. I was patting my back. Yes, I was. But I thank you for being there during this process of, and I still will be doing some vase pours. It's just this weather is just horrible. The paints just, they do not like the cold. I did a vase pour, and when I went in there, it was all bad. It was ugly. I was like, what happened? Then I had to remember these are the, cold times. Um, I did epoxy. I did some coasters. They didn't come out right. They don't like this cold, and it's been cold here in Sacramento. It's been raining, windy, so I know it's like that all over the states, but it's cold and windy here. And I come in and I turn the heat on in the house to 72. I turn the oven on to 305. I thought it was 350, but to 30, I've got to change it to 350 so that the oven starts, gets everything on there nice and warm. So I appreciate you for sticking with me and going on my next journey in life. Deuces.